Your canvas is the wrong shape, and we need to talk about it. Well, hello there, I'm Détroit. Your canvas is definitely the wrong shape. To show you an example, I tore this piece of paper. Now, before I get further into my reasons, you should subscribe, and also you should know that I already made a video on this subject like a year ago. In that video, I did 4 small doodles on torn paper pieces. Today I will be reusing some of the arguments from back then. I thought I should tell you. Let's get started by telling you the main reason your canvas is the wrong shape. In nature, things aren't rectangular. I mean, even the window we have on nature, our eyes, aren't rectangular. You never see things through a rectangle. Actually, I wonder what the exact shape of our view is. For one eye, it's simple to imagine, with the nose in the corner and everything, but two? Our eyes allow us to see in 3 dimensions, and if we have to take into account the semi-transparency of the nose while we look to the side and one eye sees it and the other doesn't? Anyway, you get my point. We aren't looking through a rectangle. Now, you can note that so far I've talked about nature. Of course, as humans we made so many things that kinda ruin the point. For example, buildings. Buildings are mostly rectangular shaped, I would give you that. And yet, are they really? You are never far enough to see a building as a rectangle. There is always perspective that makes one side look bigger than the other, or more often the top smaller than the bottom closer to us. So at least you should pick a triangular canvas or a 4-sided polygon but with irregular angles. For smaller objects, I guess a square is okay. For example, if you draw a washing machine, you could use a rectangle, I guess. But then the argument becomes, why the hell do you want to draw a washing machine? So yeah, why do you use a rectangular piece of paper or a rectangular digital canvas for things that aren't? Don't go drawing a bowl of fruit on a square, it doesn't make sense. Basically, there aren't enough squares and rectangles in nature to make having only rectangular canvases worth it. On the other hand, don't you think we made too many things square-shaped? As I said in my previous video on the subject, true, having rectangular furniture, for example, makes stacking more efficient. Kitchen appliances are a good example. It would suck to have a round oven. You wouldn't be able to put the microwave and then a kettle on top. I said oven, but it also works for a washing machine or a dishwasher too. Quick parenthesis, I always found it weird that a washing machine is called that, because technically a dishwasher is also a washing machine. But we all unconsciously agree that washing machine is solely for laundry. Weird, isn't it? Anyway, back on topic and with a new argument. Having a canvas that isn't rectangular is a very good fuel for imagination and original ideas. What you are watching right now is a clear example of that. I didn't decide to draw this cute mountain and houses assembly before I tore the piece of paper off. I only chose that because I was inspired by the shape. I think most of the white page syndrome artists can experience would be solved by having a strange shape instead of a rectangle in front of them. Most of my ink doodles are done in a rectangular sketchbook, but the shapes I make don't fill the page most of the time. It would save a lot of brain power and paper if the page was already a strange shape. I think it would also influence the style of the artwork quite a bit. Rounded shapes makes you more inclined to draw fun and bubbly characters, for example, while angular shapes with weird angles would make me think of maybe drawing futuristic landscapes or something. For abstracting drawings, that would make me think of using long swirlies or tiny lines or arrows or something. If you are not convinced, try it. It's a fun thing to do. Tear apart a piece of paper and use that to draw your next art piece. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. The paper is already torn anyway. But maybe, just maybe, the random shape you get will fuel your imagination and you'll make a banger artwork. Another thing I thought I would address on the subject of canvas shapes is composition staples. On a rectangular canvas, everybody knows the fundamentals of compositions. Powerful compositions come from the diagonals and the mighty rule of thirds. With the rule of thirds, you place the focus on the picture on a third of the canvas, or even on a third horizontally and vertically. That's neat and all, but it's maybe a bit overdone, don't you think? If everybody does the same compositions, where is the fun? On a random shape, however, where would the best composition make the focus at, eh? Yeah, I have no idea either, but that's exactly what is fun. I wanna discover that. I think that on a fundamental level, there should be at least one optimal composition for each shape. So what about infinite shape possibilities? Think about it, we only ever use one shape for our canvas, while the field of possibilities is endless. So why don't you try it? If you didn't get it yet, my whole point for this video is that drawing on a strange shaped canvas is a fun idea and an original challenge. It's so simple and yet so interesting as an exercise. And nothing stops you from copying what you made then and paste it on a regular canvas for printing and stuff. Before I stop this drawing process because I have nothing more to say, I should tell you about the drawing itself a bit more. When I tore up that piece of paper, the shape made me think of this mountain composition. More importantly, I thought of it because it reminded me of an artwork I've seen a while back. So right after I was done drawing, I scrolled through the 600 or so pictures I saved in a reference folder and I found it. So even though I didn't copy it, I didn't even look at it while I was drawing, I still had this picture in mind and I want to give credits to the user ArtechGeorge on Reddit where I first saw it. I haven't checked if they're the original artist or they just reposted, but that's where I saw it. That's the end of the drawing process. I hope you liked it, and I hope I maybe made you reconsider using different canvas shapes. If you agree or disagree, tell me your arguments in the comments. I really want to know what you think. Don't hesitate to give me your drawing ideas or fun challenge ideas and I'll give them a try. Subscribe for more art twice a week, although maybe not during the holidays, and I'll see you soon. Have fun, be safe, I'm Detroit, and what's another word that rhymes with eighth? Bye.